Yes, hello and welcome to another episode. This time it's the Korg Prologue. It's a 16 voice, purely analog synthesizer. You don't only have two oscillators per voice, purely analog, but you also have a third multi-engine oscillator, which means it's basically a digital oscillator which can be programmed. Yes, which can be programmed, not so much on the keyboard, but for developers. So there will be an API for it, there will be a software development kit for it, so you can get anything from simple loop sample players to highly accurate simulations of C64 sound, for example. Yeah. Just to start with it, I just like to play a few sounds because it sounds so good. It's a great thing that Korg has thought of a way to accomplish a new sorting of the sounds. You can sort it by number, your average numbers. You can sort the presets by category. You can give them categories, so you can go through them one category by another. You can get alphabetical, simple as that. You can get to presets through likes. So if you play a sound, there are a vast amount of sounds in there, over 500 sounds, and you like it, you can press something like a like button, and then it will rank up in this like list. Then you have a frequent played, so if you play it often, it will be there. Then you have a quite little nifty thing, you have a random play there. Yeah, you can play random presets, so if you dial in something, it just gives you 220, for example, or 112, the next step. And the big thing for live performance for keyboarders is you can get live sets, 8 live sets, and each live set can have 7 sounds to it. So you can quickly change your whole setup for one song or for 2 songs and then the other song. We have our VCO section. 2 VCOs, as I told, are analog, pure analog oscillators per voice, so you do the math. And you have one multi-engine, so to speak, let's put it easy, it's a digital oscillator which can do a lot of things and which is open to developers, so there can be so much things can be coming, so I'm very excited about this one. You have your oscillator section where you can determine the pitch envelope is going to VCO 1 or 2 and 1 or 2 or just 2. You can have your ring modulation between the oscillators 1 and 2 and your sync. Then you have a cross modulation depth here and you have the intensity of this. The mixer is quite self-explaining. You can VCO 1, VCO 2, and the multi-engine, which has quite similar sounds. Another sound is this one. One more word to the Oscillator 3, the digital one. You have presets in there. You have tonal presets or you have noise presets. The noise presets are noisy, and there are different types. So you can get different noise types out of there, and you have your tonal section, which incorporates sine waves or saw waves or more FM-like sounds. Yeah, you get the drift. Alright, this is our oscillator sections. I'll leave it for this now. Then you have a filter for each voice, it's better to say for each oscillator 1 and 2 combination, which is one voice for each voice. You have a filter with cutoff resonance and a envelope, which you have here. And this is the filter envelope. And you have another envelope totally independent of it for your volume. So by the way, this isn't a 24 dB cascade filter as you have it in other gear. It's a 12 dB filter, but it's already very tight on the sound. And you have a little bit more on this filter. As you heard, I engaged drive, and you have two drive settings, 50% and 100%. You also have key track, and you have a low cut setting. So if it gets too heavy on the low end, you can use a low cut to implement a high pass filter. Just to show it can get really dirty and it sounds really good, I think, and I don't miss any decibel to the 24 decibel thingy, you know. I think it's just right like it is. So next section is, I just mentioned the envelope generator for the filter, and you have an amplitude envelope generator, so you can make your pads release and sustain and the likes. Okay, it's a little bit dark now. All right. And to conclude this section, we have an LFO, which can be targeted to the cutoff, the pitch, or the shape. There's another thing to the Korg, which is only in the 16 voice version, not in the 8 voice version. It's it's an analog signal path right before the output, which boosts your low frequency and also compresses the sound a little bit, so it gets well, plain to say, it just sounds more fat. Yeah. I will try it on this sound we just heard. First, not engaging it. It is off now. Now I am engaging it and giving it full gain. Yeah, as you can hear, it's way more bottom end there. Okay, thank you guys. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you like us to demo other synths, please put it down in the commentaries. And I'm Thilo, and I would say bye for now.